Well, hey there, welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel where we work on a lot of odd cars, feature a lot of odd cars, video highlight a lot of odd cars, and today I've got a special request. The customer wants me to take a video of his car. That's a little unusual. Not really. Most people like having their cars displayed, and I'm happy to do it. So what do we got in front of us today? What do you guys think it is? Looks kind of sporty, a little boxy, older, very shiny. Let's get into it, shall we? This is a beautiful old Lancia. In fact, it's a 1971 Lancia 1.3S. If I didn't say that clear enough, you can read it there on the hood. See my reflection in the shiny paint. And it's Italian finest. Still has the Italian plate on it, I believe. Don't know where that location is. I think there's a regional symbol there. Somebody can probably let me know in the comments. That'd be really cool. It is a 1971 Lancia, and look at these headlights just for a second. These are CBs, I believe, and I don't know the brand of those. Really cool cutoffs. You can see the patterns in the lights to make sure that oncoming drivers don't get blinded, but they have really good lighting. In Italy, I think you need that because they probably don't have a lot of street lights. Beautiful car. Oh my goodness. Sitting here, shiny, shimmering in its orange, kind of a light red color. Just beautiful. This is a 1971 Lancia, and if you look closely at the wheels, if you're a Lancia fanatic, those are not the original wheels. The original wheels were steel. These are chromadoras, I believe, which is an alloy or aluminum wheel, and they look fantastic. In fact, you can read the chromadora insignia there in really great shape. They're 14 by 6s. Don't know if the Steelies are 13s, but that's what's on the car. Also has new tires. Those look like Vretstrins. I'm saying that correctly. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but very fitting. The pattern is great on the tread. Look like they're brand new. This car really makes me enjoy my job. I mean, look at this thing. It has the old Oregon plate on it with the special interest sticker. It has the, what do you call it, three-way taillights, brake light, reverse light, turn signal, and then a separate reflector. Gorgeous. Lancia Fulvia. So a couple things. The chrome or the stainless steel is in excellent shape. This window sticker, I'm told, is still valid. This is where the car was originally sold, Milano, which would be Milan, Italy, and the dealership is still in business, although I think it's changed locations. They now sell Renaults. So somebody can back me up on that, but that's what I know. Also, while we're talking about stickers, somebody was really interested in football, which would be a football club international, or as they say in Italy, internazionale. Just messed that up. What a beautiful little car. So today we've got a little work to do on the car, but I'm going to get it up on the lift and we are going to take a look at the undersides. We're going to take a look in the trunk, and we're going to take a look inside the cabin and under the hood. We're going to really take a good look at this thing. So as I was saying, this is a 1971 Lancia Fulvia 1.3S, and if you were around in 1971 and you wanted to buy a brand new car, you could pay roughly $4,500 USD for this car, or you could buy a brand new Corvette. Which would you choose? I don't know. Most people, I think, would opt for the Corvette, but this is the Italian version of that, although it's lacking a few cylinders. Let's pop the hood and pop the trunk and get a good look underside right here, shall we? Right now. All right, So what's the first thing you want to do if you want to look under the hood of a 1971 Lancia Fulvia? You're going to grasp the door handle, of course. What a solid piece that is. That's really nice. You admire the door skin upholstery there. That's really good. And the seats are cloth, and they look like they've been redone. I couldn't tell you for sure, but they look really comfortable. They are free of stains and in beautiful condition. The chrome on the sides is gorgeous. These little knobs and things. Not sure what all those do. That probably lets it recline. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So if you pull this lever up, she goes forward. I'm not sure what this little guy does. Lock that back into position. And if we want to open the hood, first we have to glance at the beautiful wood grain dash and the wood grain steering wheel. Those are beautiful, but we got to find the knob to pop the hood. So let's see. I'm not sure that's it. That looks like choke, I think. This one here. Yeah, that's it. Satisfying clunk. Hood is open, or so it sounds. Let's see, it's not a reverse opening hood. Aha. Now we got to find the catch. There it is. There's a button right there. Lift the hood, and what do we got here? First we got to find the prop rod. Okay, that goes into that hole right there. Nice sturdy prop rod. And voila, look at this. This is a dual overhead cam 1.3 liter 4-cylinder, but it's sort of in a V configuration. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's really cool. It's hemispherical. In other words, we have dual carburetors feeding the inlet valves on this side, and it goes down the exhaust, and there's a cool exhaust header. Let's see if I can show that to you. Oh, it's factory. That's really cool. This is beautiful. I love this. And the whole engine is slanted, as you can see. Radiator here on the, ooh, it's hot. On the, would be the passenger side. Wow, this is awesome. So those are dual Solexes, I'm guessing 32s maybe. Electronic ignition, a Bosch blue coil, a battery, of course. Power brakes. Not a lot else in here. Very simple. Electric fan. There is an alternator kind of buried in the radiator there. Really cool. This is really awesome. Oh, it is front wheel drive, I should say. There is a transaxle down there. The engine is just that big. It's tiny. Really awesome. Oil filter and fuel filter is really easy to get to. This car has amazingly low miles, about 60,000 miles or 100,000 kilometers, whichever units of metric you like. Really, really beautiful. Okay, let's open the trunk and see what's in there. Oh, equally as gorgeous. More of a mechanical latch system here. Pretty neat though, with the spring and the lever assembly. Beautifully detailed trunk. Spare tire, I'm assuming with the steel wheel. And we're going to lift up the trunk mat here just to look for any rust. Looks really good. Over here is a little more difficult because of the fuel filler neck. Has a spare tire changing jack with a leather belt. That, of course, is very Italian. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's your reflector. If you get broken down the road, you've got a pop-out reflector. That's sweet. Towel and fire extinguisher. That's mandatory on any Italian car. And that's probably some tools. Pirelli tire bag. Beautiful trunk. That is, smells good, looks good. I don't see any rust at all. That's really nice. Okay, so we've looked at the hood, or under the trunk. Now let's look at the interior, and then we'll put it up on the rack. We've got nice black carpeting. Great dash features. Love that Fulvia. We've got a clock. Doesn't appear to be working. All our HVAC controls, cold, hot, up, down, fan, lighter, 2 lighters. This could be something else. Not sure what that is. We have our tachometer, our oil pressure, temperature, and fuel level, and then we have our speedometer. Now, I think, oh, okay, so it'll be 100,000 miles. It's rolled over. I'm sorry, 100,000 kilometers, so about 60,000 miles, if that's correct. What do we got here? Horn? Let's make sure that works. Oh, wait. This is an Italian car. It probably has a horn that you press a button on the stalk. That's usually it. Lights, and I have to figure out the wipers. What do we got for a radio? Don't know if it has one. Anyhow, we'll do a little bit more in-depth on that. Of course, we've got a 5-speed transmission. Really, really awesome. Beautiful, beautiful door panels. Beautiful headliner with a dome light. Nice sun visors. Rearview mirrors clear. Everything in this car is just gorgeous. Oh, it has a roll-up. It has a roll-up window shade in the back. How does that work? Oh, that's so cool. Just hook it up there. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. It has 2 of those, one for each side, so your backseat passengers don't get hot. Now, speaking of backseat passengers, a couple of things here. There's not a lot of footwell room there. Your backseat passengers are going to be very small. And then there's extra cushion for your passenger in the front seat here. Really neat. Okay, let's start this thing up. Let's hear it run, and let's pull it into the shop. Okay, so we're back behind the wheel of our Lancia. Let's see how easy it starts up. That wasn't hard. She is warmed up. You can look at the temperature there. It's about 60 degrees Celsius. Oil pressure, come on baby, there we go. Whoops. It's probably in bar, I guess. And we got a half tank of fuel. So let's put this thing into gear. We've got first gear down, so it's dog leg. Hold in the shop. Ooh, clutch is great. Steering is a little heavy, but it's not power. Reverse. What a neat little car. Let's see. Sounds great. Sounds fantastic, actually. Tell it's got dual carburetors. Very throaty. Okay, we'll turn that off and we'll get it up on the rack. And let's do an undercarriage inspection. This thing just glows. Look at that. Fantastic color. Looks like a little Ferrari. Okay, where were we? Was it me telling you how much I love my job, or that I really like looking at the undersides of cars? Either case, I got my flashlight on strapped to my head for examining purposes, just like a doctor. And we're going to look straight up this exhaust pipe. What are we going to see? Not a lot of soot there. That's because the cylinder head has been rebuilt, I am told. This has the, what do you call it, the side-lying engine, and it has new guides and a new head gasket. It's been rebuilt at a cost of $4,000, which is probably more than the car cost new. But let's take a look at that. This car, let's get this glare out of there. What do we got here? Here's the engine with its finned aluminum sump. Isn't that cool? We're looking at a horn here. We don't see many oil leaks. This is our fuel line, I believe. What is it? What is that? No, that's something else. It's either a cooler line. I'm not really sure. But let's get into the basics here. We've got a front-wheel drive configuration, front disc brakes with solid rotors, control arms that are tubular, struts. Really neat. Look at this exhaust system. So let's start at the head here. You can see the newly rebuilt head there is the shiny silver part. Our exhaust manifold is a header, and it's a 4 into 2 into 1. So the outlets 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 go together, and they come down into these tubes, and they are merged here about under the driver's footwell area. No catalytic converter, goes back to a brand new muffler, and then exits a resonator out the chrome tip out the back. Really cool. The rear axle is I don't know if you call it a torsion bar. It's leaf sprung, just basically a straight axle. What do we got? Disc brakes on the back here? Yes, we do. We have disc brakes on the rear, solid as well, not as thick. Shock absorbers, a pan-hard bar that goes across, some type of a brake calibration system here that moves this lever, which goes to this linkage, which probably reduces, yes, it reduces the flow of brake fluid. That's the anti-dive, anti-squat, or ABS system that's completely mechanical back in the day. We've got e-brake cables, look in good shape. Go to a central thing. No rust on the body whatsoever. Let's look at the rockers real close here. Very nice. Nothing's been covered up. No extra schmutz been sprayed. It looks factory perfect. In fact, it looks really nice. This is our transaxle we're looking at here, and our shifter tube, which is up there. That's probably our reverse light switch. A little bit of weepage, but nothing leaking. What's that there? That's part of our steering gear. Goes off to our tie rod ends. That's interesting steering gear. So the steering gear runs above the transmission. There's our pitman arm, idler arm, looking up into the engine area. Looks nice and clean up in there. Really fantastic, actually. We've got a sway bar with good bushings that goes across the front here. No damage on the body whatsoever. Never been in an accident. Tires, those are the Vretstrins, look really good. They're Sprints. Nice and new. Everything is clean up in here. It looks like a ball joint got replaced there. Or what is that? Oh, that's the damn. It's got a cross spring. Oh, wow. So, like a DKW and actually some Corvette rear suspensions, it has a leaf spring suspension that goes across the top. And it's insulated by that big rubber bushing to the control arm. So that's how the car is sprung. Interesting. So the shocks do not support the weight of the car. Wow, that's cool. Here's our motor mounts here because the engine lays over so much. Okay, and that's radiator tubing back there. So this must be a radiator hose. Doesn't feel hot. Not sure what that is. Figure it out later. There's your starter up in there. Really neat car. Very compact. Just a blessing or a thrill to see one of these in action. The underside and bodywork looks just as good looking up at the car from down below as it does from looking down from the top. Can't say that about every car. You can see there's no Bondo, there's no extra rock preventative scraping, there's nothing. It looks great. Shiny and straight, no door dings. No blemishes, no rust, of course. The wheel arches all look really, really good. This is a fantastic example. Glad I could share it with you today. Really nice. All right, well, I think this wraps up our undercarriage inspection. I give it an A+. Let's get it back down and we'll take a look at that fabulous little kind of a V4 engine. I was bringing the car down off the lift. I wanted to point something out. You can see the dual brake lines here. Some car manufacturers did that for a while, where they put an extra line going into the brake calipers as a safety measure in case one brake line or one brake circuit failed, you had another. So this has dual brake lines on the front caliper. Just a little information for you there. All right, so I've got a little more background information on the car. This car was imported from Italy to Edmonton, Canada in 2000. It was, let's see, 2010 it made it to Portland, Oregon. And in 2015 it made it to the owner who owns it now. And he loves it. I got to show you a couple things here. Underhood stickers. Very intact. Very, very clear. There is our registration tag and another sticker. This car has been repainted, but it's been done very nicely. You can see the underhood areas have not been repainted, but the fender well areas, or the body of the car, has been. There's one more tag I got to show you. I'm not sure if you can see this or not. I'll get the camera right in here. You see that on the frame? There's a frame tag right there. Awesome. Very authentic. So the car has been repainted the same color, and it's in excellent shape. Also, the cylinder head, I think I told you that earlier, can't remember, was rebuilt. It had a smoking issue, so all the valve guides have been replaced, valves, new seats, and everything resealed, the new head gasket. And that was an expensive repair. I love these carburetors. Speaking of them, let's turn this car on and we'll listen to it a little bit here on the lift. It is equipped with seat belts, 3-point seat belts no less, with retractors. Very nice. Okay. Let's make sure it's out of gear. Fires right up. What a great little exhaust noise. Not loud, very Italian sounding. What a sweet little engine. It just purrs. So again, we've got electronic ignition with new ignition cables, a rebuilt head on a 1300cc little screamer of a dual overhead cam Lancia engine. I don't know the exact horsepower. I'm guessing it's in 90, maybe 100 horsepower, something like that. Really overbuilt radiator, power brakes, really a beautiful car. Let's turn this off. There we go. And I think we're going to wrap up. If any was interested, this car is soon to be for sale, and I can give you some contact information if you'd like to find out more of the information bits like price and owner and more history. It's an amazing car, and I hope that it lives on forever, just like me. I hope I can live forever to enjoy these little things. They're fantastic. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.